Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Bodywork Boxing. Man, just when I thought we had a good fight, I'm reminded that I don't know about boxing, man. This is like the second time where the last time was where Monte Stanyanis was supposed to take on Virgil Ortiz. And it was the third time that Virgil Ortiz got rhabdomyolysis and ducked out of that fight. Where I thought it was signed, sealed, and delivered. But apparently something's going on, man. I know that Regis and Devin, they got the green light finally. I'm just bracing myself for this Regis slander, so I got my ammo loaded. You know what I'm saying? Take shelter. Because I'm going to defend Regis Prograis, just like I defend Tank, just like I defend Shakur, just like I defend anybody in my boxes to watch. I'm going to come out and I'm going to represent, and I'm going to stand up and say what needs to be said. But man, I got a lot of answers. I have a lot of answers. But I also got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions, man. I got a lot of questions as to why Frank Martin said we got a no-go when it come down to this Shakur smoke. I mean, you know, we got a lot of people bringing up PEDs and stuff surrounding Bud, and I'm not really one to be able, without any proof, man. That's why I was so, people thought that I was just hating on Wilder, but I said, man, it's irresponsible to keep talking about some allegations if you don't have any proof, such as the allegations with Tyson Fury and Wilder. We do know when Wilder came out, he did look a little woozy. It's reminiscent of what we just recently saw with Errol Spence, in which people who are Errol Spence fans knew that something was wrong, but I'm not one of the ones. I'm actually a Bud fan. I'm not an only fan. I'm not a sicko fan. Meaning that there are boundaries to which I will pull and stretch and represent my favorite fighter. It's just some things that, as a boxer, as a grown man, as a father, as, you know, a person with the ability to make their own decisions, I will not get in the way of. But Shakur Stevenson, I'm so glad I be saving my thumbnails and my backgrounds, man. Shakur Stevenson is really Pac-Man out here, man. Shakur Stevenson is really Pac-Man out here, man. Oh, man, the allegations swirling around right now and the things that are being said right now, man. We got a lot of knee-jerk reactions right now. We need to hear from Frank. I think if you really want to see where Shakur stands, he's been adamant about how saying nobody wants to fight him, and the track record, good God almighty. We got the Lord Devin Haney saying, we got the Lord Devin Haney on record stating some things. You know, Devin Haney is stating some things. Let's see.
I mean, Shakur's not pretty much like me. Shakur, we talk like every other day, so I'm not ducking or dodging nobody, but that's not somebody I'm just in a rush to get in the ring with.
What did he say?
I mean, Shakur is my boy. That's like me. Shakur, we talk like every other day, so I'm not ducking or dodging nobody, but that's not somebody I'm just in a rush to get in the ring with.
Is that pound for pound?
I mean, Shakur is my boy. That's like me. Shakur, we talk like every other day, so I'm not ducking or dodging nobody, but that's not somebody I'm just in a rush to get in the ring with. I mean,
Is that
Shakur is my
like
boy.
pound for
That's like
pound
me,
talk?
Shakur. We talk like every other day. So, I'm not. I'm not ducking or dodging nobody, but that's not somebody I'm just in a rush to get in a ring with.
Yeah, you got in a rush. Devin wasn't in no rush to get in the ring with Shakur. I mean, I thought that as an avid boxing fan, I thought that somebody actually pay attention, man, and stay up on what's going on, man, and try to be responsible, man. I don't try to make these haters. Not haters. I don't try to make these boxers less in value when I speak about them. I try to actually uphold them, man, unless there's some stuff that I just can't defend. Either A, I won't speak on it, or B, I'll acknowledge it and say that I have no answers. That's just some stuff that I don't understand. But with Frank actually pulling out this fight, man, it raised a lot of questions. It raised a lot of speculation. People are speculating that Tank Davis is poaching. They said that Tank Davis is poaching Shakur Stevenson opponents. And it's not the first time this actually happened, man. They actually was saying that Tank Davis was poaching some of Devin Haney's fans as well. But I think time actually revealed that was not true, because at one point in time, believe it or not, I don't know if you're a casual or not. I mean, I cater my stuff to the hardcore. Because when I was a casual, I thought like a casual, I spoke like a casual, and I talked about boxing like a casual. But when I became a hardcore, I put away all my casual things. And so now I'm actually a hardcore, and I know the history. But at one point in time, Devin Haney was supposed to fight Rolly Romero. Yeah. Devin Haney was supposed to fight Rolly Romero. For some reason, that fight didn't happen. Rolly came out and spoke a lot of truth. I did a video called "You Can Learn a Lot from a Dummy," featuring Rolly. Because I don't really believe in Rolly's boxing skills, but Rolly is actually smart. He's going to go a long way, whether he finagle this boxing stuff over into entertainment. But Rolly said something a long time ago that was very important when pointing out some things about Devin Haney. Now, it was refreshing to me, because a lot of times, a lot of people get stuck on what the YouTube, community is saying, what certain organizations are saying, but they never listen to the boxers who talk about their peers. And Rolly Romero, he actually said that Eddie knows, and that Devin knew at the time, that Devin needs names. He needed an opponent. He needed people that he can attach his name to, because a lot of the big names that Devin Haney has attached himself to, he never fought them. The minute somebody attached their name to him, and it's, oh man, we were friends, you know what I'm saying? And like now, Shakur didn't make weight. He moved up. He fought Yoshino, stopped Yoshino, got in the ring and said, I want the Lord Devin Haney. They said, oh man, like why, man? We're best friends. We're BFFs. We had sleepovers together. Bill came on and said, man, I drove him from, California to Colorado, and man, how could he do this? It's like, dang, as boxing fans, we was like, man, all we want to do is see the fight, homie. And things change. So the hunted, or should I say the hunter, if you believe Devin Haney fans, he's always the hunter. He's been hunting Tank Davis. I'm like, dang, man. Tank Davis ain't a hard man to find. He really ain't. But if you let his fans tell it, he's been hunting Tank Davis for like 3 years now. But if you look at my videos, I'll be telling you the real deal and the real scoop about what was really going on. Facts versus facts versus facts. You know what I'm saying? But Devin Haney went from being the hunter to always calling somebody out. His fans always giving somebody else the benefit of the doubt. Him and his father always running their mouth. Until somebody finally said, we're going to see what all of this is about. And that happened to be Shakur Stevenson. All of a sudden, that's just not a fight. We're boys. We're homeboys. We had breakfast. Matter of fact, we had blueberry pancakes. I think we had scrambled eggs. They might have been Ovies, but we had blueberry pancakes, scrambled eggs. I think he had steak. I think Shakur like his steak over medium. But you know, yeah, we grew up together, man. We're BFFs, man, and that's not somebody that I really want to get in the ring with. That's not somebody that I'm really in a rush to fight. Then he says, "So there's gonna be one champion at 135 for the rest of 2023." And Shakur Stevenson was like, "Oh yeah, hold my beer." He doubled back down and said, "Hey man, I'm the mandatory. What's good?" And allegedly, Devin sent him a 25% offer. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me to go back into that, because I can break that down, man. That's a straight jacket conversation. You know what I'm saying? Straight jacket conversation. And Shakur said, "Hey man, I know my worth, man. And plus, we already had a solid agreement, homie. We been knew you was going up to 140. Bob knew you was going up to 140. So Devin, before Tank even out of jail, he calls up Eddie. Hey Eddie, man. You know what I'm saying? You know it's been hard for me to make weight, man. I need to go ahead and come up to 140, man."
How long?
So then he went ahead and went up to 140. So when he did that, an opportunity for Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin jumped on the table for the WBC. They made Devin Haney champion in recess, which he's never coming back to 135. He's never coming back. The fight was signed, sealed, delivered in the midnight hour. They make an agreement, and then they go ahead and say, "Hey, it's on like popcorn." Everybody thought we was going to sit down and wait. You know what I'm saying? About 2 months from now, we're going to see it all go down with Shakur and Frank Martin. The definition, who I call Shakur, against the GOAT, Frank Martin. And we get news today that Frank Martin says, "Nah, man. For whatever reason, man, I don't really want no smoke, man." That's what he said. Oh, thank you, Cookie Monster. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate you for the super chat. The first ever, man. You breaking records. You breaking, I appreciate that. I really do. But I'm just sitting back and I'm just analyzing this. I'm analyzing what's going on, man. I'm trying not to be a knee-jerk reactionist, and I'm just thinking like, man, it's so crazy. It's so crazy that before any information out, people are running with theories. One theory is that Tank Davis is poaching. So let's talk about poaching. Let's just say, all right, look, gotta put my Tank Davis's poaching investigator hat on. I put my hat on. I say, is Tank Davis poaching? I gotta think about who's actually running the show over there. Well, Floyd, Showtime, Leonard Ellerby. Those are the people that's running the show. So would Tank Davis be poaching? Or people that's making decisions be poaching? Maybe they wanted to see how much Shakur was wanting and what he would be content with and what he would move forward with. And against Frank Martin, that would be it. Frank Martin would get $1 million, he would get this. So maybe they say, oh, well, we can pay Frank Martin more than that. We know what Shakur is pretty much wanting. We already have the details. We got leverage whenever it come to Shakur Stevenson, make him go ahead and jump out the window and do something else. And maybe we'll take it. We don't know. I did find it odd that Coach Kenny said one time that we need to get Frank Martin right now, while he's developing, because that guy's good, but he's going to continue to develop. So if we're going to fight him, we need to fight him now. That raised a red flag for me. I was just like, wow, as a fan, it's like we don't want to hear nobody on the team say nothing like that. And that's just me. Maybe I'm one of them fans that think more highly of their favorite fighter than the favorite fighter actually think of themselves or the camp think of themselves. I don't know. I don't have no contact with these people. I'm just a fan. I'm just a guy that actually studied the sport. I look at many different variations of boxing, and I know who is the creme de la creme. And Tank is that. So I can't get no real answers when I go over there and, you know what I'm saying, holler at them guys. I can't really get no real traction on anything I want to know. So it's just like I got to get everything the way I find it out, the way everybody else do. I found that statement to be odd. I found that in boxing conversations, when you're trying to debate and whatever, and somebody hits you with that, you have no defense for that because that's on record. Your coach is saying that. Your coach is saying he want this guy. And this guy is not a guy that's on the radar as far as the creme de la creme. Especially now that Devin Haney said, you know what, I'm gone. I'm out of 135. I can't make the weight. And he looking for all the smoke with the #1 champion at 140 and Regis Progress. I don't know. Is Tank poaching? I don't know. If it comes out that Frank is fighting Tank, you can say Tank is poaching. But what is poaching when anybody, just like when they say Canelo, anybody that get a shot at Canelo Alvarez, they have to take it. That's why Jermell Charlo is getting his shot above Jamal. Nobody expected Jermell, they expected Jamal, but since Jermell is taking the challenge, everybody says, oh man, he shouldn't go up. But if you get a chance to fight Canelo Alvarez, you need to take it. You get a chance to fight Tank Davis, you need to take it. So if it was for you to go into negotiations over there and get this all on the table and go past, avoid purse bid and get a deal on the table or whatever, to where you pull out for whatever reason, fight, you know what I'm saying, face whatever repercussion or whatever legal stance it is, and you get a fight with Tank Davis, you got to take that. Now, would I have done that? No. No. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that. Always great content. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Cookie Monster. Appreciate you. I wouldn't have done that. I would have said, look, let me go ahead and get it on with Shakur Stevenson. And since nobody favored me to win, if I do something bad to him, if I make a good account of myself, even if I make him look bad, even if I drop him, even if I do what I expect myself to do, which is to make adjustments and come out with my hand raised, like I have done every other time, there's nothing else to doubt it other than a little bit of adversity. I wouldn't have got out of the Shakur line. Why? Because that was a belt. Now, if you go up and you fight Tank and you get knocked out, which, you know, I'm gonna be honest, man. Tank is gonna knock. If this is true that Frank Martin is going over there to go fight Tank, Tank gonna knock his block off. And I like Tank. And I like Frank Martin. Frank Martin, one of my guys. When nobody else in that Hippos Den boxing community was promoting Frank, I was promoting Frank. I've been promoting Frank ever since I found out about the dude. I've been promoting Frank. I do know this. He has a high boxing IQ. He caught out some things that Loma was actually going to do to Devin Haney that actually happened. Loma was actually able to have success. Loma was actually able to outland Devin Haney in every category, in jabs, in total punches, and in power punches. Only thing that saved Devin Haney was that he outlanded Lomachenko 49-9 in body punches. But if the judge would have used being outlanded, hitting and not getting hit, if they would have used that as the criteria, they would have awarded Lomachenko with that fight. Even though I had Lomachenko by the scorecards, I had Lomachenko losing that fight. I actually had Devin Haney winning that fight. But it was by the hair of his chinny chin chin. I'm not going to lie. And any other, if it wasn't that big of an age gap, like 11-year age gap, it was a height advantage, it was a reach advantage, it was a size advantage. Everything that Devin Haney could have had going into that fight, he had the advantage of. The youth advantage, he had it. So Frank Martin was able to point out some things pre-fight that Lomachenko actually was able to actually implement in that fight, to where there are some people out there in the boxing world that say and make a case that Lomachenko actually won that fight. And they would have a strong argument based on the hit and not get hit. Devin lost in that category. The only thing that really saved Devin was that Loma took some rounds off. But if you get anybody like Regis hitting Devin Haney with them lefts, if you get anybody like Tank touching with that left one and a half times, it's over. It's over. If I was Frank, I wouldn't have got out of the Stevenson line. I would at least, at the very least, I would have made a good account of myself. But as the person I know I am, I would have won in that fight, believing in myself and thinking that I could win, and I would have fought Shakur Stevenson. If you lose, nobody was actually giving Frank any credit. I hadn't even gave my prediction. I hadn't even gave the tail of the tape or the CompuBox like I normally like to do. I like to come out and introduce the fight. Then I come out and I do a tail of the tape series. And I come out and I look at CompuBox and I analyze it. And I start breaking down, okay, after I've seen footage and I get into it, the ceremony of boxing. That's what we do here at Bodywork. I didn't even get to do the tail of the tape. And Frank Martin got ghost. There's more answers. I'm not going to put that duck bill on them just yet, but boy, this is looking very fishy. Nobody can't really say nothing to you if it does wind up that you are actually fighting Tank, but it looks very fishy right now. Very fishy. Especially coming off my man Spence, and you see this. You see this right here. This, I'm man down. Ain't nothing to doubt over here. I'm loyal. I'm forthright. I rock with who I rock with. And I did this right here. This Shakur Pac-Man. Shakur been playing Pac-Man. You can keep doubting this young man. Like, you can keep running around. You can keep saying this and this and that. That gives Shakur more time than whatever he want to do on social media. Whatever he want to say on social media. However he want to act, he can show his tail, man. Because hey, it's looking like nobody want to fight this dude, man. Don't nobody want to get in there and throw down the ones and the twos with this man. If he say he ready for Tank, man, hey, Tank, go get him. But his star power, you know, the persona and his reputation is starting to precede him now. I hope, man, I give Tank, you know what I'm saying? Tank is my guy, and I say, hey, look, he already fought twice this year. He put in the GTD challenge, and he fed our community, and he's an upstanding citizen, and he beat statistics and odds being from Baltimore. I'll never take a crap on Tank. Never. I gotta see Tank kicking an old lady down a flight of steps for me to just like unwarranted. Nah, man, I understand what's going on. You the money man. You done got meteoric rise to get to where you're at. You just happen to be, you know, you have people invest in you. I understand that. I'm not gonna act ignorant to that. I know you were a young man. You made mistakes. You did this. You missed weight. You done got in an accident. You done served time. You done had your mug shots passed around. You know what I'm saying? I'm the least of your worries. But I'm just saying, hey, man, Tank, man, go, man, hey, if anything, man, to put that cherry on your career, man, go ahead and go see Shakur. The only person I see beating Shakur is Tank. So Tank, man, go see Shakur, man. Go ahead and take that O, man. We know when I was saying that you know, Tank missed many errors, I said, man, Tank missed the Lomachenko error. You could say he missed the T.O. error. You could say he missed the Devin Haney era. I think it's the beginning of the Shakur era. But all the while, it's really been the Tank era. So they actually missed you. You grab the bull by the horns and you go ahead, man. But this Shakur one, this would be the perfect one. Because the way you talk about Shakur and what I know Shakur and what I believe in Shakur, Tank is the only one that can beat Shakur right now. But you see what happened with Jamal Charlo. I did something saying, are they aging him out? And yes, they successfully aged him out. With personal issues, with Canelo not wanting to fight him, with, you know, certain fighters died. Triple G didn't want to fight him. Triple G waited like almost 2 years to fight the dude from Japan, avoiding Jamal. Nobody rolled him for that. Everybody gave Triple G praise. Everybody gave Canelo praise. Canelo didn't want to see him. Canelo got their franchise tag and was just like, I'm out. but they age them all out. Any boxer can be aged out. And what they did with Earl, in a roundabout way, that man got aged out at 147. He's still young. He still got a lot of life in him. But what they did was they pigeonholed him in, and they got him stuck at 147. And I'm not making excuses for him. But if you're not going to allow me, and you're not going to give me the grace as a Errol Spence fan, as a man down, still to this day, I got him in the rematch. If you're going to sit here and tell me that something was wrong, something wasn't wrong with my man, then this ain't the channel for you, man. I studied Earl Spence. I'm an Earl Spence fan. I'm a man down fan. I like this character outside the ring. And that's one of the things, even if you get beat, I like his character more than a lot of people outside the ring, man. I like them boxers to say, this is what I'm going to do. This is what it is. I'm not moving. I'm not wavering. I don't say this. I don't do this. I don't change my persona for nobody. I am who I am. It's going to take a special somebody to get me up out of there. Bud was a special somebody. But Bud's activity outside the ring don't excuse the activity outside the ring don't excuse nothing, you know what I'm saying? He just beat Earl inside the ring. Run it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. That's what it is. That's what we at. When this news came out about Martin ducking out, man, I'm saying, man, we got a lot of answers, man. We got a lot of answers to questions that we don't have right now, but we got a lot of questions that we need answers. Then we can have a rebuttal to come back and say, you know what I'm saying, how we feel about it. But right now, a lot of people just floating on a lot of stuff and just throwing out stuff and just hypotheticals and if this and you know what I'm saying. We need to hear from Frank Martin and see what was really good. We already know Shakur already know that a lot of people is ducking him, man. But who knows? Is De La Santos, am I going to get the fight that I really wanted? Because I really wanted to see De La Santos and that man right there. That's the fight that I wanted to see. That's the fight I wanted to see. So, if we get De La Santos and Shakur Stevenson, I'm a happy camper. But at this point in time, I'm just going to be real with you. Whoever Shakur Stevenson decide to fight, it could be a UPS package handler, it could be an Uber driver, you know what I'm saying? It could be anybody he choose. He get a mulligan on this one. Shakur get a chance to go out and just bully whoever he wants because we had our forks and knives ready, man. We had our forks and knives ready. We thought we was gonna get a good one, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as the probability who would win, it might not have been 50-50, but hey, Frank Martin is a live dog. He can make adjustments, and you never know with some kind of power, a dedicated body attack. Body work was the only thing that saved Devin against Loma, little old Loma, who he had the height, reach, size, everything advantage over. Some people say Frank Martin had more power than Shakur. He probably go to the body more than Shakur. Shakur's more defensively sound, locked down, airtight, the closest thing to Floyd. If you look at it, and the accuracy as far as his offense, pinpoint accurate. He's not known for his power, but he can get you out of there. He can knock you down. He can make you look real silly. Not as embarrassing as Floyd, but very close. The closest thing. The closest thing. So, I mean, we don't know what would have happened in that fight with Frank Martin and Shakur. However, we do know that Frank Martin had a chance. Shakur might have been in favor, but Frank Martin had a chance, and now we just got to wait and see what's going on. We got to see what comes out. We got to see what develops or ensues after this. But look out for that Regis slander now that it's been mapped out that it's happening in December. Look out for that Regis slander. You know what I'm saying? Look out for these big channels to continue to take up on the Charlos. Right now it's Maul, and right now they're trying to get Jermell Charlo off his azimuth, knock him off his pivot, you know what I'm saying? Start talking about everything but the man in front of him like Canelo. That's why I say Jermell Charlo is the most disrespected champion in the game. Because regardless of what you want to say, Bud got undisputed at 140. Devin got undisputed at 135. Bud got undisputed at 147. Jermell Charlo got undisputed at 154. He's that guy. He's that guy. And now that he's going up to 168, 2 weight classes up, he's getting no respect for the fight at hand, the man that he has in front of him, and Canelo Alvarez. Let's try to be responsible, man. Give that man respect. Give Canelo the same respect, and Jermell Charlo the same respect for actually having each other in front of him and not getting onslaughted in every interview and every interaction about a fight with somebody that don't involve them too. I just want to come on here and speak to this, man. You know what I'm saying? And remember, the loudest voice is not always the most important or the one that's saying the right thing. Sometimes you need discernment. So I just want to come out and say, man, I'm blown that we're not going to get to see Martin and Stevenson, but Shakur is looking like a real boogeyman. He's looking like a real New Jersey devil. He's looking like a real New Jersey devil. You know, but we'll see, man. I just want to come on and just say what's up. Get back on here, man. I had some wonderful seafood earlier, man. I'm full. You know, I'm just waiting on some boxing to come on. Just waiting to see what's going on, man. And I just thought I'd come out and say something, man. And I always got that boxing smoke, man. A lot of people saying they want that boxing smoke. A lot of people got a lot of things, a lot of rebuttals to say, man. But whenever I'm alive and available, I say I ain't gonna cut you off. I say I'm gonna do right by you and let you have your shot at speaking, and we can duke it out. You know what I'm saying? But everybody get close. But hopefully, man, Frank Martin, man, we believe in you, man. Come out and let us know what's going on, Frank. I was pulling for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? If somebody put a gun to my head and asked me who would win, I'll probably say, man, I have to go with Shakur because I called him the definition. But I was pulling for you, Frank. I was pulling for both of y'all because no matter who win, we win in that one. I didn't have to take a crap on either one of them. We were going to get a good fight, man. I was going to respect both fighters, you know what I'm saying? I was going to salute both fighters before and after. We just wanted to see the best fight the best. And if the build-up was respectful, you know what I'm saying? It was nothing to hate on unless somebody do something out of character, man. But I was looking forward to that fight. Let us know what's going on, Frank. But anyways, man, I really didn't have nothing for you. That's it, man. That's all I really wanted to say, man. I said I was gonna be going more live a little bit more. So that's actually why I'm actually going live now. And because you know somebody need to be constant. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with a constant, level-headed voice. Somebody that can actually talk to these things. Somebody that's not scared to say what everybody else scared to say. Somebody that got a little bit a better level of discernment. Because like I said earlier, man, there are no OGs in boxing. Let me know. Point out an OG. Point out one of the OGs. Point out somebody that's actually standing and taking a high road and being responsible about this boxing talk. And I'll show you a liar. It just is what it is, man. But anyway, thanks for tuning in here at Bodywork Boxing, where we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.